The most important part of a guitar learning system is when to learn something. Ask yourself this question: should I be learning this now? Let's talk about backing up a step. If you're playing something and you're just mimicking, you've learned it from tab, you have no idea what it is you're playing, it's time to back up a little bit. If you can't play what you're playing in a different area of the guitar, it's time to back up a little bit. Getting stuck quickly, that's a red flag that you need some skill work before you attempt whatever song or lick that you're working on. You need to back up a little bit. If you're excited to play something though, I get it. It's tough to force yourself to not learn something that you're excited about. In that case, don't be afraid to just dip your toes in the water and see how it's done. Experiment a little bit with it. Look at it. See if it's something that you could do. But that doesn't mean that you might be ready to invest all of your time in this right now. Think of it as exploring, taking a look at some things. Maybe put a mental note that this is something I might want to learn later when I'm getting to that point. Let's talk about what order to learn things in. Up to this point, we've backed up to where we're a little bit comfortable, and then we're going to make our stand there, but we're also going to fill in the cracks to our foundation. Do you have sound footing on where you're at right there? Do you know the pattern for the lick you're trying to learn? Do I know the notes that are in this chord? Do I even know what this chord is? How we usually learn things in the order for chords is we'll learn our open triads first. And then usually if you're a harder rock player, you start to go straight to power chords. But bar chords, triads, seventh chords, and then extensions. And then I like to teach the 4-note voicing so you can get really, really complex and really cool sounding chords no matter where you are. I also like to teach the 4-note voice chords too, so you can play all sorts of cool chords in different places with different extensions. A good order to learn scales as well is most people start with a major scale in the open position. Then they move to minor pentatonic, especially if you're a rock player. They'll usually learn one pattern and then they'll move to the 5 pattern system. I would make sure that whatever scale that you're working on time, open positions or starting to do your major scales or minor pentatonics across there, make sure you do the whole neck of the guitar. Don't just learn one scale pattern. Yes, that can get you up and running, but in the long term, you're going to be in big trouble. You can get stuck in the mud if you only know one scale pattern. How about when to move on? In a guitar learning system, repetition is king. When you learn a new technique, you move from 2 different states. The first state is discovery. And that's where you get a lot of focus and a lot of attention on something that you haven't quite mastered yet. And then mastery, and that is repetition. Your attention shifts. And when you're in repetition at this point, you can pay more attention to how it actually sounds, how you're performing it, and what you can do to refine it. Another big part of a guitar learning system is being able to take a break. Put it down for a while. If you're struggling with something and you're not getting better and you're putting in the repetition and it's just not working, it's beating a dead horse, and that's never a good idea. Other things can creep into your practice and they can change your state of mind and block you from that. Don't be afraid to let your mind have time to work a problem for you. Sometimes how we think while we're practicing can get in the way. Taking that break is really important. Physical limitations can stop you as well. I'm very quick to do this with my students. If they're struggling with something, having a hard time, maybe they're having some pain, or they just got to the point where they can't play any faster, take a break. Let the hand rest, let the muscles rest, and you can come back to it later. Hey, thanks for watching. I've got a free gift for you today. It's my Get Moving Guitar free practice routine mini course. And you can get it by clicking the link below in the description. If you'd like to support the podcast and get more of this content that's actually designed to help you become the guitarist that you've always wanted to be, sign up for my VIP supporter program. You can get in for as little as $3 a month. You get access to the VIP podcast. I will see you soon in the next video.